Hello, my name is Jordan Brown. I'm a finance student from the University of South Carolina, Aiken. Today I'm going to showing you how to access different functions in the Bloomberg terminal to value currency and recognize future rates. To start, we're going to be looking at the currency conversion calculator function by typing FXCA in the command bar and selecting the function. Bloomberg will pull it up. Here you can mess around with different currencies and see what conversion rates are. So right here we have the US dollar to the euro. Minimize that. And here's the US dollar to Japan. Next, we will pull up the table of currencies that shows what other currencies anchor them down. By typing in PEG to the command bar and selecting this function, the different peg currencies will show up. So you have here Belize, US dollar anchors it down. And then here's all the different other ones. Bulgaria, the euro anchors it down. Next, we will pull up the matrix of currency exchange rates by typing in FXC into the command bar and selecting this function. A matrix will show up with all the top currencies and how they convert to one another. So US dollar, euro, the yen, the British pound, New Zealand dollar, all these different ones. And the US dollar is the denominator on the bottom. After this, we can pull up the foreign exchange rate forecast, which shows what analysts think the exchange rates of these currencies will be. By typing in FXFC into the command bar, we can pull up this table and see how different foreign currency forward rates will change in the future. Also, we can see what currency is forecast to be in the future. So here's a euro US dollar forward rate, and it shows different quarters going in 2018. Like 2019, it'll be 1.24 is the forward rate. Next, we can pull up the FX rate forecast model that displays a bell curve showing the implied volatility. By typing in FXFM into the command bar, we can pull up this matrix. In this bell curve, we can see what the implied probability of the Euro USD exchange rate and how it's supposed to change in the future by looking at the red curve. The green bars on the bell curve show what the analysts forecast the FX rate to be. Next, we will look at the Big Mac index by typing in WBGR into the command bar and selecting this function and then selecting the real GDP tab of the world. We can see how currency is undervalued and overvalued in previous years. In Algeria, the currency made a positive change from the previous year by going up 3.7%. And it shows different ones. Argentina, it's all by alphabetical order. The currency value today of Algeria is 196.79. And there's all the percent change on the right. Next, or finally, we'll look at the World Inflation Monitor, which will allow us to see the different inflation rates. By typing in IFMO into the command bar and selecting this function, a table will pop up and show the different countries and their inflation rate targets and what the actual inflation rate is. The graph below shows how the different forecasts for inflation, how you can compare each inflation forecast to each country. So you can change that, change the weekly, quarterly, yearly. Weekly's not popping up, but if you change it back to quarterly, it pops up, and you can choose between the US, the Euro area, Japan. Now I'm going to change from Euro to Japan, and then compare it to the US, and see how these different ones work.